I have a couple of pages of the draft copy. This bill is going to be introduced in the Lok Sabha. Now, what's interesting is that our sources are telling us that it's going to be Union Home Minister Amit Shah who will bring this bill, the Immigration and Foreigners Bill 2025. This is what the draft is titled. Arrangement of clauses. Here are the chapters, of course. First up there's going to be an introduction, then there's going to be matters related to immigration. This is the most important chapter. There's of course going to be matters related to foreigners, the registration, the power to issue orders, directions or instructions, the obligation of the keeper of accommodation and others to furnish particulars. What's interesting is that the responsibility is not going to be upon the state but upon the person, upon the individual, the foreign individual, of course. And last, there's going to be a liability of carriers, offences, penalties and appeal as well. So this is of course the chapter index, but that is not all. We also have chapter 2, as I was mentioning earlier. I'll take it point by point what I have over here. Matters related to immigration. No person proceeding from any place outside India shall enter or attempt to enter India by air, water or land unless he is in possession of a valid passport or other travel document, and in case of a foreigner also a valid visa, and any foreigner while present in India shall also be required to possess valid passport or other valid travel documents and valid visa unless exempted under section 33 or through intergovernmental agreements, provided that notwithstanding any contained in this subsection, no foreigner shall be allowed to enter into or stay in India if he is found inadmissible to do so on account of threat to national security, sovereignty and integrity of India, relations with a foreign state or public health, or on such other grounds as the central government may specify in this behalf. So, provided further that the decision of the immigration officer in this regard shall be final and binding. Notwithstanding anything contained in section 3 of the Passports Act 1967, no person shall depart or attempt to depart from India by air, water or land unless he is in possession of a valid passport or other travel documents, and in case of a foreigner also a valid visa. Provided that notwithstanding anything contained in this subsection, no person shall be allowed to depart or exit from India if his presence is required in India by any authorized agency or on such grounds as the central government may by order specify in this behalf. Of course, once again, the decision of the immigration officer in this regard shall be final and binding. The immigration officer may examine the passport or other travel documents and visa of a foreigner during his or her entry into, transit through and stay in, movement within India, and also require him to furnish any such information as may be necessary and appropriate. The immigration officer may seize a passport or other travel documents of any person which has been declared as lost or stolen or considered as damaged or forged or fraudulently obtained or on the direction of the passport issuing authority or courts. The overall supervision, direction and control on visa related matters shall vest in and be exercised by the central government. So, of course, you can clearly see these immigration laws have been strengthened, but that's not all. According to this draft, sources are telling us that several penalties will also be imposed. My colleague Manohar Kesari with us on the broadcast to share more details. Manohar, we're being told that the Union Home Minister will be introducing the Immigration and Foreigners Bill 2025.
बिल्कुल या आज एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण दिन ट्वीट करने वाले हैं इमिग्रेशन एंड फॉरेनर्स बिल 2025। ये कई खास बातें हैं जो हमारे पैसे हैं पैसे के अनुसार से 4 ऐसे पुराने लॉज हैं जो अगर उसका कोई अच्छी इसका कोई इम्पैक्ट नहीं हुआ, वैसे लॉज को अब धीरे धीरे खत्म कर दिया जाएगा। इस कानून जो बिल आने वाला है इससे इसको एबॉलिश करने का प्रावधान रहेगा। अगर हम बात करें तो फॉरेनर्स एक्ट 1946, पासपोर्ट एक्ट 97, इमिग्रेशन ऑफ फॉरेनर्स एक्ट 1939 एंड इमिग्रेशन एक्ट ऑफ 2000, ये सारे एक्ट हैं जिसकी खत्म करने का प्रावधान होगा। सबसे बड़ी बात ये है कि जो हमारी नेशनल सिक्योरिटी या सर्विलिटी का सवाल होता है, इसमें अगर कोई फॉरेनर्स आगे आता है तो इसके खिलाफ तक कार्रवाई की जाएगी और जो इमिग्रेशन ऑफिसर होगा उनको पावर अब दिया जाएगा, उनकी पावर को बढ़ाया जाएगा। ये प्रोसेस कह रहा है, प्रोसेस बिगेस्ट पॉइंट है, अगर विदाउट पासपोर्ट या विदाउट ट्रैवल डॉक्यूमेंट्स को लेकर के अगर कोई भी फॉरेनर इंडिया एंटर करता है तो इनके खिलाफ सख्त एक्शन लिया जाएगा। 5 years इम्पीचमेंट है, 5 years के लिए और 5 years के लिए फाइन दिया जाएगा या दोनों का प्रस्ताव हो सकता है। दूसरी बात अगर कोई फॉरेनर फर्जी डॉक्यूमेंट बनाता है, फर्जी पासपोर्ट के सहारे बनाता है तो इनके खिलाफ भी कार्रवाई होगी। 3 years के बाद तो इम्पीचमेंट हो सकता है, जिसे 7 years का सस्पेंड किया जाता है। अगर फाइन की बात करें तो 1 लाख से 3 लाख से जाते हैं, इस तरह के प्रोसीजर बिल में दे सकते हैं। अगर थर्ड बात करें कि हम देखते हैं कि जनरली वीजा खत्म होने के बाद किसी तरह से फॉरेनर इंडिया में रह जाते हैं और धीरे धीरे अपना पैर पकाने लगते हैं, तो इलीगल एक्टिविटीज में भी शामिल होते हैं। इन सबको क्या लगाम लगाने के लिए अगर मैं बात करूँ तो वीजा की डेट अगर खत्म होती है तो इसके खिलाफ अगर उसके बाद जो रिश्ते हैं तो ये फॉर्मर से इनके खिलाफ सबसे सख्त कार्रवाई का प्रावधान हो सकता है। इनके खिलाफ जो एक्शन लिया सकता है वो 3 साल की कैद और 3 लाख रुपये जुर्माना उनके खिलाफ।
Manor, there seems to be a network problem. Your voice is very muffled. I'll take our viewers through the draft provisions one by one. A total of 9 key draft provisions are there. First up being that entering India without a valid passport or visa may lead to imprisonment of up to 5 years and a fine of up to rupees 5 lakhs. The second draft proposal, according to our sources, is that foreign nationals will be required to exit at their own expense and provide biometric data for identification. Third is that foreigners using forged documents could face a jail term of 2 to 7 years with fines ranging from rupees 1 lakh to rupees 10 lakh. Fourth, overstaying, violating visa conditions or accessing restricted areas could result in imprisonment of up to 3 years, a fine of up to rupees 3 lakh or both. Fifth, according to our sources, the fifth provision that is going to be included is that foreign nationals will be required to exit at their own expense and provide biometric data for identification. The transport carriers bringing foreigners without valid documents will be held accountable, facing fines of up to rupees 5 lakh. Transport carriers bringing foreigners without documents also face potential seizure of their transport if penalties are not paid. Then next provision that has been included is if a foreigner is denied entry, the carrier will be responsible for their immediate removal from India. And last but not the least, immigration officers are granted the authority to arrest individuals without a warrant. Of course, tightening the noose against those who are foreigners who are indulging in illegal activities in India.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.